So hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel Hasta Education. So in this video I am going to discuss about how to find out the center of mass of a uniform rod by the technique of integration. Alright, so let's start the video. So our today's topic is center of mass of a uniform rod. Okay, so let's say we have a rod of uniform mass distribution. Okay, so this is very important point. We have a rod of uniform mass distribution. Alright, and here we are neglecting the thickness. Okay, we are neglecting the thickness of the rod, and we are assuming that the mass distribution is only along its length. Okay, whatever is the mass distributed, that is only along its the length. Okay, and we are neglecting the thickness of the rod. Okay, so let's say this is the rod, and the length of rod is the capital L, and the total mass of the rod is capital M. Okay, so if we apply the unitary method, L length has a mass m, capital M, so unit length will have a mass of m by L. Okay, so the linear mass density will be lambda equals to mass upon the length, so it will be m by L. Alright, so let's say we want to find out the center of mass of this uniform rod. Okay, by the help of integration technique. Okay, so let's see how to do that. So here it is the step-by-step approach to find out the center of mass of a uniform rod by the help of integration technique. Okay, so let's see it. So here it is the step number 1. Okay, and the step number 1 is selection of origin. Okay, so first of all choose a origin or reference point O. Okay, this is the first step. Okay, we have to choose a origin or reference point O at any point on the line passing through the rod. Okay, this is our first step. Okay, so we have to choose a origin or reference point, that is O, at any point on the line. Okay, on the line passing through the rod. Okay, so this is the first step. Okay, so let's say this is the rod. All right, and let's say this is the line passing through the rod. Okay, so step number 1 says that we have to choose a origin or a reference point. Okay, or at any point on the line passing through the road. Okay, सो ये रोड से पास होने वाला एक लाइन पे ओके किसी भी पॉइंट पे हमें एक ओरिजिन चूज करना है. ओके, दिस इज द फर्स्ट स्टेप. सो आई कैन चूज द ओरिजिन एनीवेयर. ओके, इन दिस लाइन. ओके, सो आई कैन चूज on this road or outside this road also. Okay, so I can choose the origin here or here or here. Okay, but most of the time it is better to choose the one end of the road. Okay, one of one end of the road or middle point of the road is origin. Okay, so basically I can choose the reference point or my origin to be anywhere on this line. Okay, the line which is passing through the road. Okay, but most of the time it is better to choose one end of the road or middle point of the road as origin. Okay, so let's say I choose this point to be my origin. Okay, so let's say it is my origin. All right, so this is my first step. I have to select the origin. Okay, so here is a note point. Okay, the center of mass is independent of choice of origin. Okay, the center of mass is independent of choice of origin. Okay, it doesn't depend upon where the origin is located. Okay, so if you take the different origin, then the coordinate of the center of mass will change, but the location of the center of mass, okay, that will remain fixed. Okay, if I choose the origin to be here instead of in this, okay, then simply the coordinate of center of mass would change, but the location of the center of mass will never change. All right, So this is the step number 1. Okay, that is the selection of origin. All right. Then let's see the step number 2. So the step number 2 is selection of the element. Okay. So step number 2 says that select a differential element. Okay. We have to select a differential element. Differential elements means very small element. Okay. Differential element of length dx. Okay. This is the step number 2 at a distance x. Okay, at a distance x from the origin along the road. Okay, along the road we have to select a differential element of length dx at a distance x from the origin. Okay, along the road. Okay, this is the step number 2, that is the selection of element. Okay, so let's say this is my road. Okay, and previously I have already chosen my origin to be here. So from the origin I have to go through a distance of x. Okay, along the road, and at a distance x from the origin I have to choose a differential element of length dx. Okay, so this is the differential element of length dx. Okay, this is the step number 2, that is the selection of element. All right, so always I have to start from the origin, then I have to move through a distance of x. Okay, and after distance x I have to choose a differential element of length dx. Okay, so this is the step number 2. Okay, then let's see the step number 3. So step number 3 is finding the mass of this element. Okay, we have to find out the mass of this differential element. Okay, now since the element is very small, okay, since the element is very small or it is a differential element, so its mass also will be very small. Okay, so take its mass as a dm. Okay, so you have to take its mass as a dm, its volume as dv, and area as da. Okay, so whatever quantity it has, we have to take them as differentially. Okay, so if we have to take its mass as a dm, we have to take its volume as dv, and we have to take its area as da. Okay, now we have to apply the unitary method. Okay, unitary method to find out its mass. Okay, so this was the rod of length l, and this is total mass of capital M. Okay, so L length of rod has mass m, so unit length of the rod will have a mass of m by L. So the dx length of will have a mass of m by L upon dx. Okay, and that is nothing but the dm. Okay, so this element has a mass of dm, and which is equal to m by L into dx. Okay, since L length of this rod has, okay, this rod length of this rod was L, and the total mass was m. Okay, so L length has a mass of m, so unit length will have a mass of m upon L, so dx length will have a mass of m by L into dx, and that is nothing but the dm. All right, so this is very important. Okay, this is the step number 3. In step number 3 you have to find out the mass of the element. Okay, so let's move into the step number 4. Okay, the step number 4, we have to apply the formula of center of mass. Okay, so here it is the center of mass. Okay, formula, the center of mass, x coordinate of center of mass equal to x into dm integration upon integration of dm. Okay, since the integration of dm is capital M, so it will be integration of x dm upon m, so that will be 1 upon m into integration of x dm. Okay, so this x is basically the position of center of mass. Okay, position of center of mass of the differential element. Okay, this is the, okay, position of center of mass of, okay, the differential element. All right, So we have to apply this formula to find out the x coordinate of the center of mass. All right, so let's apply it. Okay, so we have the formula of x center of mass equal to 1 upon capital M into x dm. Okay, and here it is the x coordinate of the center of mass of the differential element. And what is the x coordinate of the center of mass of the differential element, that is at a distance of x. Okay, so this will be the center of mass of this differential element. Okay, so it will be 1 upon m into x will be x. And what is the value of dm? So the value of dm is m by l into dx. Okay, and you have to integrate it. So from it will be, so m will come outside, so it will get cancelled with m, so this l will again come out. Okay, 1 upon l. Now it will be x dash integration. Okay, so the most important thing is the limit of the integration. Okay, so you have to consider x from how to how. Okay, that is the important thing. Okay, so in order to decide the limit of integration, so we have to focus on the differential element. Okay, from where to where this differential element can vary. Okay, so this is a very important thing, that how to decide the limit of integration. Okay, so to determine to decide the limit of integration, you have to decide. Okay, what you have to do, you have to decide from where to where that differential element, okay, of length dx can vary on the rod. Okay, you have to decide that from where to where the differential element of length dx can vary on the rod. Okay, so let's say this is the rod. Okay, and this was the origin, and at a distance x we have considered the element of length dx. Okay, so now this differential element can be, okay, up to here. Okay, it can be here, or this differential element can be up to go up to this position. Okay, when this differential element is at this end, so the value of x will be at that point will be how much? It will be x will be l. Okay, again since differential element can be anywhere in this rod. Okay, this differential element can be anywhere in this rod. Okay, so it can vary from this to this. Okay, so when this differential element is at this end, at the time the value of x will reduce to 0. Okay, similarly this differential element can go up to this end. Okay, so when this element is at this position, then the value of x will be l. Okay, so the limit of this integration will vary from 0 to l. Okay, since this differential element can vary from this position to this position over the rod. Okay, so after integrating this, we will get the value to be l by 2. Okay, so this is the way how we find the center of mass of the continuous body by the help of technique of integration. Okay, so that's it for this video. Thank you for watching this video.